Well, they say that truth is often stranger than fiction, and whilst that is definitely the case for the most part, I'd say that the idiosyncratic playing field is pretty much level pegging when it comes to these two titans of potential extraterrestrial and paranormal containment. First up, on the receiving end of this fictional calamity, we have the one place that is currently on the lips of the entire internet, Area 51, who, unfortunately for them, now face up against the horrifying and haunted darling of sci-fi horror fanatics alike, the SCP Foundation. Two houses alike in dignity, but when it comes to who's got the most terrifying anomalous entity under their particular containment bouts, the debate is far from dignified, and in this hypothetical situation, there is going to be a few scores to settle. Hello internet, what's going on? And once again, welcome back to the most inquisitive channel on YouTube, Life's Biggest Questions. As per usual, I'll be your disembodied floating voice, Jack Finch, as today we curiously ask the question, what if the SCP Foundation attacked Area 51? Wait, what? Roll the clip.
Take out that drone!
For the curious amongst you, that clip was from 2011's Battle Los Angeles, which is a pretty dumb, fun movie that isn't going to change the world anytime soon. But if we're looking for a cinematic depiction of highly advanced weaponry, alien technology, giant floating spaceships, and a mishmash of all those things, and then some, look no further, because that's exactly what it is. I mean, we needn't really beat about the bush, because if you know anything about either Area 51 or the SCP Foundation, you know that there are more than a few things that are lurking within their depths, just waiting to go boom. Before we outline this pretty devastating coup d'etat though, it's probably best that we paint a more vivid picture for those of you that aren't too familiar with either Area 51 or the SCP Foundation. Also, we have to address the fact that whilst in all likelihood, if the SCP Foundation was a real organization, it's not, by the way, honest, then Area 51 would definitely be under their sphere of influence, and for the most part, an event like this would never happen. The O5 Council pretty much rule over any and every matter of political intrigue across the planet, and compared to many of the anomalous entities under the Foundation's containment, Area 51 would probably be some kind of garden shed. But hey, that's no fun, is it? Also, Area 51 is kind of SCP-1051, but whatever. Alright, anyway, let's throw some stuff at some stuff. The recipient of this hypothetical skirmish, Area 51, is a US Air Force military installation currently located primarily beside the geographical area of Groom Lake in the Amargosa Valley of Nevada. The area itself is a dry lake that covers approximately 11.3 miles of arid salt flats. The facility proper, however, which is the purported hive of alien life and technological villainy in question, also goes by the names Homey Airport, Groom Lake, Dreamland, Paradise Ranch, or more ominously, The Ranch. Now, obviously, if we knew what lurked deep within the facility of Area 51, then it would be highly unlikely that we'd be sharing it in a Life's Biggest Questions hypothetical skirmish. But to circumvent that, let's assume in this hypothetical scenario that Area 51 is the underground complex of alien containment that has been made out to be, because then, of course, the forces waiting in the wings of this fictional bout, the SCP Foundation, would have reason enough to attack it. Okay, now that's cleared up, we can see exactly what we're dealing with, and now we can get to the fun part and list all of the anomalous ingenuity waiting in the wings. The SCP Foundation is a fictional global organization that spans thousands upon thousands of anomalous containment entities. If I'm being completely honest, I don't need to specifically spell out the inner mechanics of the Foundation itself, because if you haven't yet managed to sink your teeth into the many intricacies that make up its anomalous body, then please do so with many of our other SCP-based videos. Believe me, there is a lot to get through. To circumvent that problem though, we'll address the fact that the SCP Foundation never acts as a whole, but instead is a many-headed hydra that uses highly specialized tools to enact its will across the globe. Those highly specialized tools in question are more commonly referred to as mobile task forces, and if the SCP Foundation ever attacked Area 51, it would be down to these guys to get the job done. Now, if you know anything about the Foundation, you'll also know that there are a multitude of expert soldiers and specialists who comprise the ranks of their task forces, and in attacking Area 51, the Foundation have a myriad of options to choose from. Perhaps the most blatant and most likely initial assailant in this scenario would be Mobile Task Force Nu 7, aka Hammer Down. And yeah, they're pretty much as serious as they sound. Perhaps the most comprehensive task force under the Foundation's command. Armed Mobile Task Force Nu 7 are essentially a battalion strength force consisting of 3 company-sized elements of Special Operations Infantry Forces, as well as a light armored vehicle company, a tank platoon, a helicopter squadron, a CBRN platoon, a combat engineer platoon, a nuclear weapons specialist, plus additional logistics specialists and support personnel. Yeah, exactly. New, for all intents and purposes, are a small army. Whilst it's perhaps the most likely course of action in this hypothetical scenario, we also have to address the fact that by Nu 7 deploying their forces against Area 51, they'd also subsequently be declaring war on the United States Air Force, and thus the United States themselves. And no matter how many tendrils the Foundation may or may not have in the upper echelons of political influence, any kind of armed takeover of a military location is going to draw some hot heat. And with hot heat, inevitably comes hot headlines. Despite their best attempts at covering an event like that up, a skirmish between the United States Air Force and Mobile Task Force Nu 7 would risk revealing their secrets hidden on both sides of the camp. So it would be pertinent then that the Foundation chose a more covert method of takeover. Let me introduce you to Mobile Task Force Tau 5, aka Samsara. Literal, immortal, cyborg clones created from the flesh of a dead god. Comparatively, there is no other Mobile Task Force under the Foundation's command that are as powerful as Tau 5, and there's only 4 of them because, you know, having more than 4 literal cybernetic Power Ranger gods is pretty much overkill. Yeah, if the SCP Foundation attacked Area 51, they'd use Mobile Task Force Tau 5 and they'd be in and out before anyone would even notice, and none of us would be any wiser. Yeah, there's the answer. Is this where I drop the mic? Well, there we have it, our long and short answer to the question, what if the SCP Foundation attacked Area 51? They'd use their most powerful Mobile Task Force, Tau 5, and it'd probably be over in an instant. Well, what do you guys think? Do you agree, disagree? See it some other kind of way? Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below, as well as any choice picks of your own. Before we depart from today's video, if you'd like to continue on with your questioning binge, then please feel free to hit our playlist neatly compiled for your viewing enjoyment, SCP and Area 51 aside. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for in today's video. Cheers, stick around all the way until the end. If you were a fan of this video, or just Life's Biggest Questions in general, then please be a dear and hit that thumbs up button, as well as that subscribe bell, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. As per usual, I've been your disembodied floating voice, Jack Finch. You've been watching Life's Biggest Questions, and until next time, you take it easy.